भद्रं कर्णैभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us now pray together. Please pray loudly. We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord who is the origin of the universe. Lord, thou abidest in all. Thou art all. Thou assumest all forms. Thou art the origin and goal of all. Thou art the self of all. Thou art existence, knowledge and bliss. Salutations unto thee. May the world be peaceful. May the wicked become gentle. May all creatures think of mutual welfare. May their minds be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Let us feel our true divine nature in our heart as ever free spirit. Beyond time and space and all pervading. It has no limitations whatever. Being one without second, there is nothing to restrain it, nothing to limit it. I am that ever free. Caught in ignorance. I feel I am bound. As the knowledge dawns, we see that I am free. I am ever free. Bondage was a delusion. Peace, peace, peace. Tam deshikendram paramam pavitram vishwasya palam madhuram yatindram hitaya nrinam naramurtimantam viveka anandamaham namami. I salute Swami Vivekananda, who assumed human body, although the divine, but for the welfare, hitaya nrinam, for the welfare of human beings, assumed this human form, and thus he is teacher of great authority. Swami Vivekananda was the teacher of mankind, teacher through the experience of the ultimate truth and also understanding the various ways in which human beings are struggling to move towards that ultimate goal or ultimate ideal. It is the science of yoga that he brought specially to the Western world. Yoga, not like the yoga that is taught these days as various different postures and certain health exercises. Nothing wrong in that, but that is not what is meant by the word yoga. In no scriptures like Upanishad or Bhagavad Gita, yoga has that kind of meaning. Even Patanjali's yoga aphorisms do not speak of any of those things. It is yoga means that taking our life practically to the ideal. We understand the ideal, but that's just one aspect of it, understanding. But then understanding becomes meaningful only if we get there. Like having lot of reading and understanding lot of recipes of great delicious preparations doesn't make us, have the actual taste of those things or nourishment of those things. So similarly, understanding is only one aspect. And the other aspect of actually guiding one's life to that goal is called yoga. So one practices yoga so that what is understood is experienced. That understanding has to be converted into tangible experience. So that is the discipline of yoga. So we find that Swami Vivekananda taught this science of yoga, and first of his books that were published was this Raja Yoga, the kingly yoga. Kingly in the sense it is a yoga of meditation, control, concentration, which is involved in the practice of every other yoga. So it is therefore called kingly yoga, Raja Yoga. And the next book to come out was Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga were the lectures compiled and edited. And Karma Yoga is a great science that is taught from the Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita really makes an intense that presentation of Karma Yoga. How this Karma Yoga is to be practiced. All the details have been described. Now, in this short, small, very valuable treatise, Swami Vivekananda gives various very important points of this yoga of action. We all perform action. Bhagavad Gita said that nobody can ever remain even for a moment without action. That nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit. Even for a moment, no one can remain without work. So we do work all the time, whether we are conscious of doing work or not conscious. The work is getting done all the time by us. Now, this work needs to be given a proper direction so that it becomes our means to reach the goal. Work has to become the means of reaching the ultimate goal of total freedom and perfection. That is how the Karma Yoga is taught. Make your actions the means of your reaching the goal. It is a lesson to be learned because we all do work. There is an assumption, or many people seem to think like that doing a lot of work means Karma Yoga. Absolutely wrong. It is, you can be a worker, doesn't mean you are a practicing yoga of work or Karma Yoga. Not at all necessary. Actions you do, but that doesn't mean you are a Karma Yogi. That the actions need to be given a proper direction and discipline. Then only those actions can take you to the goal, irrespective of whether those actions are small or big. The actions can be seemingly very small, insignificant. That doesn't prevent it from becoming a Karma Yoga. And even externally, very big works involving tremendous efforts, a lot of money and efforts, all that. That may be a big work, but it is not necessarily going to be a Karma Yoga. The big and small matters not. It is in this, there is a chapter that each work has the capacity to become a Karma Yoga. Each work. It doesn't matter which work. So one doesn't need to change the work. This work is not good, it doesn't let me do karma yoga. Uh, it is like this, that if suppose you are driving car in the wrong direction, and thus you are not likely to reach the destination. Now it is not no point in blaming the car. Oh, this BMW is no good. Let me get a Mercedes. That is not the idea. You can any car. It is to be driven in the right direction. This is the every action. So, that chapter shows that even uh, seemingly a holy action need not be a karma yoga if it is associated with some worldly power mongering. So, in that chapter, he gives two stories. That one story of a mendicant who, because of the austerities practiced, acquired some power. And one day, a crow on the tree under which he was sitting, he put some dropping on his head. And this fellow looked angrily at that crow, and the crow burned to ashes. And he took pride on himself. Look, how much power I have achieved. Just my one angry glance burned that bird to ashes. Then he went out for his daily alms, that he was begging the food and getting it. So he went to a house and called for some giving alms. And then that one lady from inside answered, wait, wait for some time, I'll come and give you. And because of that incident, already the ego had become very heightened. And he thought to himself, this woman has such a cheek to tell me to wait? Does she not know my power? And after some time, the woman comes with something to give, and she told this mendicant, see, I am not a crow to get burnt like that. And that stunned him. My goodness, that incident, how this woman knew. And the woman told, look, I have been performing my duties sincerely. My husband is not well, and I was serving my husband. And I have been doing that work with this spirit of dedication and unselfishness brought this power to me. But if you want to learn more, go to a butcher there. He thought, now I am such a holy mendicant, and now I have to go and learn such lessons from a butcher. He thought, but then since he had the experience of the power of this woman, he went. And then the butcher told him. The butcher was doing all the work, cutting the meat and selling it to the customers, and every work, oh, you want this, okay, cut and give. All that was being done by that butcher. The mendicant was kind of horrified. Now he is going to teach me spirituality? But then he still patiently waited. And then the butcher told him, see, no work is inferior. No work is superior either. Every single work done with proper attitude can take one to the highest goal of life. So this is the giving direction to whatever work you are doing makes that work as karma yoga. And one way that this karma yoga can be carried out is to serve others and know that while serving others, uh, you are not helping them. Seemingly, it may appear that you are helping them, but actually, you are helping yourself to reach the goal. So, uh, never think that, oh, this person is dependent on me. And I have to help this person out, otherwise, that fellow will go to dogs, will come to great harm. I have to help that person. Nobody is dependent on anybody. They all have their own way of moving ahead. Did you get it, Sarah? Maya Devi, is she dependent on you? Huh? What? Huh? She is not dependent on you at all. So, but she gives you an opportunity to serve and thus practice karma yoga. Nobody is dependent in this world on anybody. This is something to be understood, that nobody depends on me. So, this is great aspect of karma yoga, that we are given opportunity to work. Nobody depends on me, but still I try to serve them. By doing that, I get the benefit of practicing karma yoga. And today we are going to read the last chapter of this book. It is, this book has 8 chapters. The last chapter is titled The Ideal of Karma Yoga. That one must see where this practice of Karma Yoga leads. What does it look for as the ultimate goal? And Swami Vivekananda begins the grandest idea in the religion of the Vedanta is that we may reach the same goal by different paths, and these paths I have generalized into 4, namely those of work, love, psychology, and knowledge. The work karma yoga, this path of doing work in the right way. Then path of practicing love to the ideal. That ideal then is called God. Practicing love to God. That is called the yoga of devotion or bhakti yoga. And then psychology, the Raja yoga, that controlling the mind. Psychology, please don't understand by the word psychology, this Western psychology, that psychotherapy and all that. That is not what is meant here. Psychology is that learning to control one's mind and then purifying it, directing it to realize the goal. So this is the path of Raj Yoga, getting the powers of the mind, making them available. Our mind has tremendous powers, and not even 0.1% of it are normally expressed or available with us. And even what is expressed, 0.1%, is not directed properly. So therefore, this science of Raja Yoga or psychology is to develop the powers of the mind and use them in the right manner. And knowledge means the path of discernment, that it is what is real, what is unreal. And then hold on to that which is real and give up that which is unreal. So these are the four generalized paths, but you must at the same time, he says, remember that these divisions are not very marked and quite exclusive of each other. Each blends into the other, but according to the type which prevails, which is predominant, we name the divisions. It is not that you can find men uh, who have no other faculty than that of work, nor you can find men who are no more than devoted worshippers only. So all these different paths, and they uh, blend into each other. Actually, they help the practice of each other. So, therefore, this combination is done. So, but these four divisions are not really divisions but understanding. How we can understand these separately. Now, he says that I have already tried to point out the goal. It is freedom as I understand it. Everything that we perceive around us is struggling towards freedom, from the atom to man, from the insentient, lifeless particle of matter to the highest existence of on earth, the human soul. The whole universe is, in fact, the result of the struggle for freedom. We all want freedom. Everybody looks for freedom. Even this little Maya Devi, she also wants freedom. Doesn't like to be, compelled to do things. It is, I want to be free. Everybody likes to be free. That it is, thus you see, that is, you can see the goal to become free. It is, and freedom has various layers or levels. There is political freedom, which actually is a very small idea. Then there is economic freedom, which is a little higher one. And then there is the freedom from all our habits and our mental drags. That is a much, much superior freedom. And actually that can bring us close to the ultimate freedom, that is our birthright. We are actually free, and therefore we are looking for freedom. Why should we be looking for freedom when everything we see is bound by circumstances? I wanted to do this, but could not. The circumstances did not help me to do this. What can I do? I wanted to go to some place, but then the flight got cancelled. So how can I go now? I was dependent on the flight. So I am not free in this world. So how can I become really free? By understanding that my nature is all pervading and it is ever free. Then you don't need the plane to go anywhere. Do you see this? How you are free then? How can I go? Oh, you don't need to, you are already everywhere. And therefore you are free only then. Otherwise, we are not free. That is, we have this freedom within us. It is imprisoned by ignorance, as it were. So, when this ignorance about who am I goes away, then one becomes free. And Karma Yoga provides a great path to do this. It is unique, I don't see this kind of explanation, this kind of discussion anywhere else as given by Swami Vivekananda. The whole universe is, in fact, the result of the struggle for freedom. In all combinations, every particle is trying to go on in its own way to fly from the other particles. But the others are holding it in check. Our earth is trying to fly away from the sun and the moon from the earth. Everything has a tendency to infinite dispersion. I want to go away and yet want to hold. Why we are, not becoming free? Why does the earth not actually fly away from the sun? Because there is the other force also. There is the centrifugal as well as centripetal force. So that is how we do not realize this freedom. It is under the impulse of this tendency that the saint prays and the robber robs. When the line of action taken is not a proper one, we call it evil. And when the manifestation of it is proper and high, we call it good. But the impulse is the same, the struggle towards freedom. The saint is oppressed with the knowledge of his condition of bondage and he wants to get rid of it. So he worships God. The thief is oppressed with the idea that he doesn't possess certain things and he tries to get rid of that want to obtain freedom from it. So he steals. Freedom is the one goal of all nature, sentient or insentient, and consciously or unconsciously, everything is struggling towards that goal. So, this freedom which the saint seeks is very different from that which the robber seeks. The freedom loved by the saint leads him to the enjoyment of infinite, unspeakable bliss, while that which the robber has set his heart only forges other bonds for his soul. So, wanting is good, but for that particular want, going in the right direction or wrong direction is the question. If you do it in the wrong direction, in the wrong way, you will not be able to get the results. If you do it in the right way, you will get the results. That is how the difference between the saint and an evil person like a robber is, that the saint tries to do it in the right way. Robber also wants the same thing, but trying it in the wrong way, instead of making the poor fellow free, adds more bondages. It is sometimes those who are told they want to practice religion, and therefore they are told, you must practice this discipline. But the discipline sometimes becomes jarring, and so a mind rebels. I want freedom. Why should I be under these bondages? I should not be under this bondage. What is this? that I should sit for meditation early morning for 2 hours? This is bondage. How can that free me? Well, this you will have to get free from this kind of tendency in you. The discipline is the way to remove all the other binding tendencies. And a person becomes saint by following those disciplines and realizes the ultimate freedom. A robber thinks that, okay, the proper way could be just rob, and thus my poverty will go away and I will become free. I can buy anything I want. So, but no, it doesn't happen. Gets into further bondages. So, therefore, there is the right way of action, wrong way of action. There is to be found in every religion the manifestation of the struggle towards freedom. It is the groundwork of all morality, of unselfishness, which means getting rid of the idea that men are the same as their little body. This is an important thing, friends, to think of ourselves as a heap of flesh, blood that gets called body. I am this. Now, by saying this, you are automatically bound by it. You are bound by that as that heap of flesh. You are only this much. And so, one must examine and find out that it is I am not the body. It is this idea of I being the body, and then the corresponding ideas of purity associated with it, they are to be given up. It is one disciple had this idea of always taking bath and then rubbing soaps and all that to become pure. Thought that by this way he will become pure, and he would always avoid, oh no, that is impure. So to cure him of this, the teacher said, go out and bring the dirtiest, most impure thing for me. Bring the most impure thing for me. Now, this disciple, what the teacher is asking, but anyway, teacher is asking, so I have to do it. So he went out, and at some place he found human feces lying. He thought, what can be that more impure than that these human feces? So let me take that and take to the teacher. As it approached those feces, about to touch, and he heard those faces are shouting, those feces are shouting at him, hey, don't touch me, you impure fellow. These feces are telling him, you impure fellow, don't touch me. Before you touched me, I used to be called pizza, cake, pastry, and all such nice names. You touched me once and look what happened to me now. So I am not sure if you touch me again, what misfortune will fall on me. So therefore don't touch me anymore. Then the disciple understood that the most impure thing is to consider oneself as body. Identification with body is the most impure thing. And therefore, one should become pure by this thought, I am divine. The one purification rite we do every morning for worship. morning, even evening. It is that particular mantra says that uh, I always think of the all pervading divine principle whose eyes are everywhere. Spread everywhere. Divi vachakshuratatam. That the eye of that is spread all over the space. I can't hide from it. And then the one who knows this becomes purified. One who thinks like that becomes purified. Because I'm being watched. Forget God. Even a police officer is standing there. Everybody drives in a very nice way within the speed limit without changing unnecessarily the lanes. Everybody is very disciplined. Why? There is that police officer watching, those lights are blinking. So the whole traffic becomes very disciplined. Now imagine not just a ordinary police officer, but God is watching every moment of us, whatever we are doing, and God is watching. When we know that, can we be indisciplined? Not possible. So that is the purity. We become pure because we are under constant watch of God. So it is, so he says there, that is how in every religion you find the manifestation of this struggle towards freedom. And it is the groundwork of all morality. It is a very important thing that a very beautiful analysis here that morality and ethics, they, what do they mean? I put you before me. I consider your interest more than my interest. So that is the principle behind morality. I want this, but then your want is more than mine. Okay, take it. And very seemingly, most ordinary acts of some people, they demonstrate that. Quite a few years ago, I was going to some place, a long flight, and then as those days you didn't have that boarding passes on phone and all. You have to get it at the counter, check in at the counter. And then I told that, well, for my food I had told that I want vegetarian. And that lady at the counter said, sorry, I don't see any such thing before your name, and it is too late now. You won't get any vegetarian food. I am sorry. I said, okay, what to do now? But she took out a banana. Please take this. It is, this can be your lunch for now. And the spirit in that was very interesting, very important. She had brought that banana for herself. But when she saw that I will be boarding flight without anything, so she said, you can have this. Please take this. And then, see, so now the banana was for her, but she saw my need to be better than your need. So, therefore, she gave it to me. This is morality, that to see somebody else's need more and then act accordingly. So, this is how Karma Yoga, we serve others. Means what? Serve others. But know that that is making you expand yourself. It is your limitations are removed by that. You are not caught into this body as you, but you are thinking of the other body as you, that all other bodies as you, and thus it makes you expand yourself. It is uh, when we see a man doing good work, helping others, it means that he cannot be confined within the limited cycle of me and mine. There is no limit to this getting out of selfishness. How much unselfish can one become? Is there an upper limit? No. We can become completely unselfish. What it translates into is that thus all my bondage is gone. I am in every creature, in everyone, the same I is being felt. That a little, that boundary that my actions were limited to, that is gone. So it is, there is no limit to this getting out of selfishness. All great systems of ethics preach absolute unselfishness as the goal. So this is reaching the goal of freedom. Supposing this absolute unselfishness can be reached by a man, what becomes of him? He is no more like a little Mr. So and so, Mrs. So and so. He has acquired infinite expansion. The little personality which he had before is now lost to him forever. He has become infinite, and the attainment of this infinite expansion is indeed the goal of all religions and of all moral and philosophical teachings. The speciality of Karma Yoga is that it does not necessitate the belief in some God. That you accept that unselfishness is the right thing. Yes, that's good enough. It is, you don't have to accept somebody, some God sitting somewhere up in the heaven and controlling the universe. That is not at all needed. The only thing needed is that be unselfish. So, by doing that, whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, you can attain to the highest goal. Uh, Suppose a man becomes perfectly unselfish under the personalistic system. How are we to distinguish him from the perfect ones in other system? Mm. Per- Perfection in karma yoga, the yoga of action, how can that be distinct from perfection in the yoga of love or devotion? There is no distinction between the two. When the perfection had not reached, there is the distinction. It is like I am following that going to a peak uh, by one path. I am climbing the mountain by one path. Tilakji is climbing from another path. When I reach the goal, he reaches the goal, and his wife reaches the goal from some other side. Now we all have reached the same goal. We are all at the same point. So, the person who attains to this absolute freedom, thus is not at all distinct, different from somebody else that was following some other path. So it is that it is so that person sees that the simple rule, that which is selfish is immoral and that which is unselfish is moral. But if you come to details, the matter will not be seen to be quite so simple. For instance, the environment often makes the details different, as I have already mentioned. The same action under one set of circumstances may be unselfish and under another set of quite selfish. So we can give only a general definition. It is the general definition means it is not the action is exactly selfish or unselfish. The intention makes it selfish or unselfish. It is not the action, but the intention, the spirit behind that makes it selfish or unselfish. Somebody may give a big donation, but the idea in that is that so I will have then control over this organization because I am a big donor, so I will gain control over it. And then that kind of, it is not unselfish. It is a selfish thing that is going on there. So therefore, it is uh, different circumstances provide the different colors to the selfish or unselfishness. It is, and thus in Karma Yoga, this, therefore, you don't have to believe in any God. It is a system of ethics and religion intended to attain freedom through unselfishness. And by good works, this karma yogi need not believe in any doctrine whatever. He may not believe even in God, may not ask what is his soul, nor think of any metaphysical speculation. And that is the ideal of karma yoga. That don't bother your brain by thinking about these things. If you want to just become unselfish, and then that action will free you from all bondages, just as a person practicing yoga of knowledge by discerning what is real and what is unreal reaches the perfection. This person also, by that very thing, reaches the supreme perfection. It is that can we do good to the world? That is the next question. That can we do good to the world? In an absolute sense, no. In a relative sense, yes. Means in a relative sense, if you see that somebody is in need of food, somebody is in need of shelter, and if you provide that, then certainly within that it is a good act. But has it done good to the world as a whole? Not necessarily. The world still has so many hungry people, so many people who lack the place to sleep. So it is the defects or the problems of the world just remain the same because it is a very big thing. So in a limited sense, okay, yes, you are doing good in that limited sense. But it is sum total of the good things in the world has been the same throughout in its relation to man's need and greed. It cannot be increased or decreased. This sum total of good and evil is like that. The level of the ocean doesn't go down because Charlie takes out a bucket full of water from the ocean. Or he says, no, the level of the ocean, I can add to it by putting a glass of water in the ocean, the level does not increase. So, this world as such does not have that heightened goodness or heightened badness. It is because rich suffer, poor also suffer. Mm. Rich suffer because of the richness, and poor suffers because of poverty. Both have their problems, that it is. So, thus, it is not that by giving money to people there that they will be made happy. No, they will have the same problems. Different problems, but same suffering. By removing the that poverty in that sense is not going to help them to become free or good. It is, we cannot add happiness to this world. Similarly, we cannot add pain to it either. So, Karma Yogi therefore remains detached from these things, tries to do the good work, means whatever he or she thinks that this is good, this is unselfish. Main thing is unselfish. There is no selfish motive involved in it. So it is that kind of work becomes helpful in taking you towards the ideal of Karma Yoga. Well, whether the world becomes good or not, don't think about it. World is not so small to think that okay, this will make the world so good. It will make the world perfect. There is nothing like that. It is, one must remember this. So, in this ideal of Karma Yoga, one must learn to become unselfish for one's own good, not the good of the world. Don't worry, don't trouble your brains about what will be the good to the whole world. The world is too big for us to know what is going to be good for the whole world. But let us become unselfish. And then, the more unselfish we become, our awareness expands. It goes beyond the limitation of this little body and little mind, and that is how one realizes the ultimate freedom. That is the goal of all disciplines. In Sanskrit, it is called mukti. Mukti, freedom, is the goal. Our Charlie said that I offered him tea. No, no, I don't take this tea. I only take mukti. So it is that the mukti, you become free from selfishness, and that is the great ultimate freedom that we can have. So it is, you reach the ideal of equality through that, become free, and thus everything they, as their inner nature, they appear same for you. It is just another expression of reality. The outer differences, they matter less and less. they become insignificant. So equality is also the result of karma yoga. Because why things become unequal for you? Because of your preferences. I will serve this person because he is my so and so. So that is not unselfish then. So all this I and mine goes away, and thus there is this equality. So it is, this is how in Karma Yoga we see uh, this equality gets achieved in principle. Actual equality is same as the death of the universe. If everything in the universe is becomes same, then there is no movement. There is no temperature difference. Therefore, in thermodynamics, it is taught that when they all over the universe, if they reach a mean temperature, then there will be no heat transfer and there will be the death of the universe. So that kind of absolute equality is death. It is everywhere it is like that, that the high and low makes the flow. The river flows because there is the level difference. If there is no, then it becomes just a lake. So therefore, absolute equality is death to the universe. So, but this equality externally is not therefore required, but internally, that you see, in spite of the external differences, they all are divine, or all are same internally. There is no difference internally in them, like all of us. Externally, we look different. We should look different, isn't it? Otherwise, how we can identify? So we should look different. But inside, what? There is the sameness, the same atoms and molecules and all that are there in this body as well as that body, and also in the chair that you guys are sitting, same thing is there in all. So you see that internal equality, internal sameness. So this is how a karma yogi, by removing selfishness, uh, removes any preferential idea, and thus that is seeing the sameness in all. And this is how we can reach this ideal of freedom. So it is a very beautiful treatise, small, but so rich in content. Karma Yoga. I suggest all of everybody should read that book. I have read that book no less than 100 times. And still, when I open it now, it feels that as if I am reading it again for the first time. So it is a great book, friends. And so I suggest everybody must read this book of Karma Yoga and try to practice it. Thank you very much. Any questions? Any question upstairs?
Yes.
Please.
Question from Beverly Collins.
Hi, Beverly.
If one becomes detached from the ego sense, can
Becomes
one...
what?
If one becomes detached
Yes.
from the ego sense, can one reach a state of not feeling hurt when being treated badly by others?
I could understand only if one can detach from the ego sense, then what happens?
Can one reach a state of not feeling hurt when being treated badly by others?
Yes, yes. When one separates oneself from the ego sense, then that feeling that somebody is hurting me, that vanishes. Surely. That's it. So, friends, let us uh, do the concluding prayers. Before that, let me tell about the programs in the coming week. Next Sunday, there is the talk, Sunday talk will be on Vedanta and democracy. Somewhat political subject, but it is, we can see the principle of democracy, how they become effective when seen from the Vedantic perspective. The Tuesday and Friday classes, they will continue as usual at 7:30 p.m. Tuesdays, the topic is Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Fridays, the topic is stories from Srimad Bhagavatam. Daily morning, evening meditations, and Saturdays Karma Yoga, all that goes on. As usual, you are welcome to participate in one or all of these. Please put on the prayer, yeah. May the Divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, Great Spirit of the Native Americans, Ahur Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus, lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all-loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all-consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Now there will be the Vesper service inside. You can attend it from here as well. If you want to go in, then you have to remove the footwear. Removing it, keep it right where you had been sitting under the chair. So, and today being the auspicious birthday of Swami Trigunatita, there will be another song after the Arati and a short biography reading. After that, there will be the supper, soup supper in the basement. Thank you.
Breaker of all our worldly
slaughters human form. Stainless slaughters human form. Transcendent yet filled with love. You free us from the stain of sin and ornamental world. Consciousness is a form. Your eyes always purified by knowledge. Your eyes always purified by knowledge. Looking at them, illusion is gone. Ocean of shining love and feeling, ever inebriated in your infinite love. Your feet always dear to your devotees. Your feet always dear to your devotees. From a boat to cross this world, revealed to us as God incarnate and the Lord of all things, helping us join with you. Your mind's always set in the divine light. Your mind's always set in the divine light. This we can see through your grace. Destroyer of our worldly sorrow and compassion soul, infinite is your word. Your life's offered for the world's deliverance. Your life's offered for the world's deliverance, saving us from darkness and fear. Renouncer of all lust and lucre, therefore you were always spurning sensual life. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Grant to us pure love for you. You're fearless and you're free from doubting, with your mind very firmly resolved. Causeless refuge of your devotees. Causeless refuge of your devotees. Renouncing caste and birth. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even sightedness. You give love and even sightedness to remove our anguish here. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even sightedness. You give love and even one-sidedness, to remove our anguish here. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Darkness is destroyed by your light. Oh Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Darkness is destroyed by your light. Oh Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Dhedhe langa ranga bhanga, these are all the sounds of mridanga. Dhedhe langa ranga bhanga, these are all the sounds of mridanga. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Jaya Jaya for your worship divine. Hara Hara for your worship divine. Shiva Shiva for your worship divine. Breaker of all worldly bondage and adored by all, we adore you too. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Auspicious and blessed, graciousness sublime, all noble ends you give to us, granting us refuge, all-seeing Gauri, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Creation, preservation, dissolution are your powers, eternal one. Nature's real basis, nature's essence, O Mother Divine, our love we come seeking refuge from anguish. Be our Savior through your deep concern. All our suffering remove, Goddess. O Mother Divine, our love to you. Victory, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Jai Shri Ram Krishna Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Sarda Devi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Vivekananda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Buddha Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Jesus Christ Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Trigunatita Nand Ki Jai. The direct disciple birthday song. Today is Swami Trigunatita Nandaji's birth anniversary. So when it comes to Swami Trigunatita Nandaji's line, we'll repeat the line. I'll give you the prompt. Jayo Jayo Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Jayo Jayo Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Jayo Mata Shama Shuta Oti Niromala. Jayo Jayo Krishna Bhuvana Mangala Jaya Viveka Ananda Paramodayala Prabhu Ramana Shashuta Jaya Shri Rakhala Jaya Premananda Prema Maya Kalebara Jaya Shivananda Jaya Leela Shahachara Yogi Yogananda Jaya Nitya Niranjana Jaya Shashi Guru Pade Gato Tanumana Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala Shiva Para Jogi Bar Adbhuta Ananda Abhedo Ananda Jaya Gatama Bandha Jagorata Tagobrata Turiya Akhyata Sharata Shudhira Shanta Jano Ganonatha Jive Shiva Shiva Jayo Shri Vijnananda Roshanto Gambhiro Pradhana Gopala Matre Sheva Parayana Sharada Sharada Pade Gato Prana Mana Repeat Sharada Sharada Prade Gato Prana Mana Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala Balaka Charitra Jaya Shubodha Sharala Nago Bharatyago Bira Viveka Shambhala Pathamrito Varishana Gaura Jaladhara Girisha Bhairava Jaya Vishashakaro Rama Krishna Dasha Dasha Jaya Shabakaro Rama Krishna Leela Sthana Jaya Barambaro Rama Krishna Nama Jaya Shravana Mangala Bhagata Vanchito Jaya Charana Kamala Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangalo.
A short biographical sketch of Swami Trigunatita on his birth anniversary. His birth name was Sharada Prasanamitra. His monastic name means that which is beyond the three gunas. He was born in the village of Naura, Paikati, 24 Parganas, on January 30th, 1865. And lunar calendar was full moon. Education at the Metropolitan Institute at 7th grade. His religious influence was his father. And first meeting with Sri Ramakrishna was December 27th, 1884. He was introduced by M. By the grace of Divine Mother Durga, a son was born to Shiva Krishna Mitra and his wife, who named him Sharada, another name for the Divine Mother. An astrologer had predicted this son would be a great yogi and man of wisdom. During youth, Sharada was brought up in a wealthy family with servants, both in Naura and in Nandan Bagan, Calcutta, where he grew up after age 3. His father spent most of the time in worship and taught Sharada the scriptures. Sharada memorized 108 hymns and mantras on gods and goddesses before he was 14. He was a brilliant student and was expected to easily pass the entrance examination for a scholarship. However, on the second day, his gold watch was missing, either by carelessness or theft. Sharda was so distraught that he could not concentrate and thereby did not place in the first division. During this depressed mood, M, the headmaster, brought Sharda to Dakshineswar to meet Sri Ramakrishna. From that visit, he realized that spiritual treasures were more valuable than a gold watch, and his life changed. Because of his wealthy upbringing with servants and maids, Sharda felt himself above menial tasks. One day, Sri Ramakrishna asked him to wash his feet in front of Sharda's friends, causing Sharda to flush. Sri Ramakrishna repeated the request, and Sharda felt compelled to obey. This act broke his aristocratic pride and instilled a spirit of service within. Although he was a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, it was Holy Mother who initiated both him and Yogin Swami Yogananda, the only two direct disciples initiated by her. His parents became alarmed at his frequent visits to Dakshineswar and secretly planned a marriage. He fled home and walked to Puri, a holy pilgrimage place. not even telling Sri Ramakrishna the reason. His parents finally found out about his whereabouts. He had missed almost a year of studies, but with only 1 month of study, Sharda passed the first arts examination. After Sri Ramakrishna's demise, his father felt that finally he had his son back, but Sharda continued to meet with brother disciples and secretly went with them to Anantapur for the Christmas Eve Dhuni ceremony. Sharda's elder brother paid 4,000 rupees for Brahmins to perform a sacrificial ceremony lasting 1 month and 12 days to turn him from the spiritual life. At the end of it, they told him, "It is impossible to bring your brother back to the world. This sacrifice is not capable of bringing a pure soul down to the lower plane." When Sharda found out his brother's actions, he became so disgusted that he stopped visiting home altogether. In January 1887, he took final monastic vows and became Swami Trigunatita. He had a short, heavy-set physique with indomitable energy and was undaunted by physical or emotional fears. He could be an extremist by nature. In appetite alone, he could live on a banana a day, or could consume a gargantuan amount of food, depending on the situation. He once decided to repeat his mantra continually without taking time to eat for God realization or death by starvation. It was finally decided that Swami Shivananda would touch him and say a mantra on his behalf, while Swami Trigunatitananda would gulp some food, thereby not breaking the mantra. He had tremendous powers of concentration, enduring perseverance, and a keen analytical mind. He was methodical, frugal, and bore responsibility without complaint. He was punctual to a fault, as a living example to his students. During 1891, he went on a pilgrimage throughout India. In 1895, he left for Tibet to visit Mount Kailash and Manasarovar. He then published accounts of his travels in the Indian Mirror. He inaugurated 3 centers in Calcutta and taught the Gita and Upanishads in different locations. He began work on the printing and publishing of Udbodhan, the Bengali journal, teaching himself the whole process from editing to printing. He would walk miles daily to collect subscriptions and articles. He slept only 1 hour a night, giving up all ritual practices, meditation, etc., to do the bidding of Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda. When the topic of a monk soliciting funds was raised to Swami Vivekananda, the answer received was, "Do you think this unselfish work for the good of the mass of householders is in any way inferior to meditation and devotional practices?" He developed a fistula which required a half-hour surgery of cutting and stitching about 6 inches. This was done without any chloroform or change of expression. After the death of Swami Yogananda, he took on the role of Holy Mother's attendant, as well as the Udbodhan works. Once he placed himself across a flooded road, so the carriage would not jolt and awaken her. Another time, when she requested hot chilies, he went through many markets, tasting one at a time till he found the hottest ones, at the expense of a swollen tongue. When in America, he regularly sent money for her personal needs. He was sent to California to take on the work of Swami Triyananda and established a center in Los Angeles. He also established a temple, a monastery, and later a convent in San Francisco. He emphasized that through strong discipline, one can form a strong character, essential as a foundation in the spiritual life. He would say, "I don't care if I break every bone in your body, if I can drag you to the ocean of immortality and throw you in, then my work will be done." He began the Voice of Freedom, typesetting and publishing from the temple basement. On a monthly basis, he would bring 30 to 40 students to Shanti Ashrama to conduct a retreat. It would last from 3:45 a.m. to 10 p.m. straight with meditation, physical works, singing and chanting and guidance, along with separate cabins and baths for males and females. He separated their dining tables too. He bought 200 acres in Concord, a short distance from San Francisco, of which 25 acres was given to Vedanta, and the remainder was to establish a colony for spiritual residents. On a humorous note, he would not ask advice regarding American styles. He bought a suit and was told that it was a racetrack suit and was not allowed to wear it outside. He was very proud of a dark red collar that he had purchased for his coat and was informed that it was a collar for gamblers and it was hidden away from him. He would not deviate from truth, even for the sake of social etiquette or friendship, so rather than compromise truth. He decided not to accept social invitations where he might be asked his opinion. He suffered from rheumatism and Bright's disease, and his body began to break from the continuous strain of work. On December 25th, 1914, he conducted an all-day Christmas service from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. continual. On December 27th, while lecturing in the Hindu temple in San Francisco, a mentally deranged former student of his, Louise Vavra, threw a bomb at the pulpit, killing himself and severely wounding the Swami. He relayed that he would leave his body on January 10th, 1915, Swami Vivekananda's Indian lunar birthday, and so it happened. Catholic, Protestant, and Jewish leaders were among the throng to pay homage at the cremation. A year later, his relics were installed in the hilltop of Shanti called Hill of Realization. His immortal message: work hard, meditate like a hermit, and work like a horse. Discipline yourself, build your character, endure to the end. Salutations to Swami Trigunatita.